Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The Panthers kicker, Graham Gano, set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Cut. 180. Touchdown, defense. You got tape. You got tape.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. These two teams squaring off here in Week 1. You might remember they used to be in that old NFC West division together from 1995 to 2001. The Falcons, Saints, and 49ers were also in there with the Rams and Panthers. And the Panthers recently, they dominated this series. They've won 6 of the last 7 against the Rams. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
180. Super. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Right there. 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Right here, right here.
On first down, it's Gurley. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Goff. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there, first drive.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. Fielded at the 20. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
All day, every day, any day. Hold on. Check. Bring it.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long. It's Goff. And he's going to go down again. Brian Burns in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. Great. Hey, Mike's 50. I'm coming after you. Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Pulled in at the 24. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. going to hand it to Gurley. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
20, 12.
Here's Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Hold on.
Here's Gurley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
20.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods there to make the grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Ready.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 23 yards the pickup there. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ric Flair.
He's coming. We got double up.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shell.
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. All day, dog.
Out of the gun. Gone. He completes it to Nelson. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, as the first half is winding down, and the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, McCaffrey. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now on fourth down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the 8-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A.
Touchdown.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this goal? And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Trey Boston up to make the tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Mike's back forward.
Now it's gone. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Clay Matthews picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Got his target, Samuel. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 95 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Listen.
Los Angeles.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, Charlie.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 54.
On first down, it's gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Back to throw. Goff. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Zerline now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton, and that's complete to McCaffrey. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He sets the... That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now it's Newton. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Newton. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Clay Matthews, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, 76. 76. You got nothing. 76. You got nothing. Mine's 54.
Throwing now. Goff. Then he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. Now defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation,
and the Rams got him. They bring him down. Dante Fowler. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Another try after the first down sack. Newton looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Newton. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why